I'd like to invite Dr. Cartwright up at this time for a special reflection on our history.
Thank you, Kevin. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My wife, Mary, who's with me, is a United Methodist minister. We're both retired and living in Columbus, Indiana. For 27 years almost, I served at the University of Indianapolis and knew many people across the years from this congregation. I was thinking this morning about Stephen Graham and his wife, Marcia, and Scott Eaker and his family, and others that come to mind. I'm pleased to bring you greetings this morning on behalf of the Indiana Conference Commission on Archives and History. 5 years ago, before the COVID pandemic, the Indiana Commission on Archives and History established the Heritage Church Award to be given to those congregations that are using their history to inform and inspire their present ministries. And the commission decided they wanted to give it to premier examples of this. It is the highest distinction an Indiana United Methodist Church can acquire regarding its historical work. It requires an application to be submitted to the commission, and within that application there are a number of requirements to be met, accompanied with backup documentation. The commission then reviews the application and decides whether those requirements have been met. The Heritage Program had been going on for several years when I joined the Commission's work in 2022. I have appreciated the ways that this recognition displays appreciative inquiry. That is, it provides an opportunity for members of the Commission to learn about the opportunities and challenges of the congregation, and we hope that the congregation benefits from the consultation. I would want you to know that Pastor Paul Wagner, who formerly served this congregation, has been instrumental in the conception and the implementation of this recognition, and I know that he joins us in congratulating you on this occasion. So let me pause and briefly say something about heritage, because this is not at all about having a static view of the congregation in relation to the past. Heritage churches are congregations that are informed by their congregation's history in the context of moving into the future. As you'll see, the award for Edgewood United Methodist Church being designated Heritage Church has the image of Robertson Meeting House on it. That's the oldest building associated with the Indiana Conference in the state of Indiana. It was built in 1807. We use that as an image or as an icon for the award, but no one today imagines that the church of the future should look like a log meeting house built in 1807. Any more than if you were to set out to create a space for ministry in the 21st century, would you pull out the blueprints for this building or pull out the plans for the Little White Church? Heritage is not about the past for its own sake. It is about knowing the past for carrying out the mission. And at the end of the day, of course, we would all agree the church cannot be about the building. So that's background for how the commission proceeds. On this occasion, two members of the commission, Jim Tishner from the Nashville United Methodist Church and Kathy Hinkle from Epworth United Methodist Church, visited the church, met with Melanie Salter in December. They reported to the commission that they were impressed with the depth of the historical information provided in the congregation's historical display, and they admired the congregation's preservation of the stained glass windows in the balcony and elsewhere in the church. And then I followed up with Melanie Salter, and Pastor Kevin Davis and I talked, and it became very, very clear that this is a congregation that fits the Heritage Church distinction. I want to echo the words of former commission leader Arlen Packard, who also serves as church historian for First United Methodist Church in Bloomington. Arlen offers his sincere congratulations to you before adding that with this award, the challenge continues. While preserving history and learning about history can be fun, entertaining, rewarding, Arlen says, it loses so much value if it's not applied in the present-day ministries of the church. Arlen goes on to say, just as the writer of Hebrews tells us in chapter 11, for those in the early church who looked at the faith of their forefathers, so today you can learn so much from those in the congregation that have gone before you as you continue to develop your faith to assure that the things that are hoped for and give certainty to the things that you have not yet seen. Now, in the order of things here, the pastor has preached a sermon. The conference superintendent is coming, so I can't preach a sermon. But I must tell you that it is inspiring to be with you, to see your faith, to see the prospects for your future. And so on behalf of the commission, I want to congratulate you for this award. So Kevin and Melanie, if you would join me up here. On behalf of the Commission on Archives and History, I present to you Reverend Davis and to you Melanie Salter, the church historian, this plaque confirming that the Edgewood United Methodist Church is a heritage church of the Indiana Conference. Congratulations. In addition, there is a set of decals that can be used to mark the congregation's entrances so that people who come and enter will know that this is the case, and we encourage you to use those on the exterior entrance. So I would invite you to join with me in applauding the efforts of Melanie Salter on behalf of your congregation. God bless you.
Good morning. I just wanted to mention that there were two great ladies who had a lot to do with this church and the history and everything. Each of them, I think, worked maybe 15 years or so as the church historian, and they deserve a lot of credit and praise for everything that they did. They both worked very hard, I know. I should mention who that was. Our first historian was Francis Graham, and our second historian was my mother, Frances English. And I also want to thank Reverend Paul Wagner for all the help he gave me along the way. And we all want to thank our special guests here this morning for coming and visiting, and that is it. Thank you very much.